Hello and welcome to another episode of the Unedited Adda with me, Srinjoy Sen. And today I have with me Mr. Kaushik Maitra, who is very famous for the brand Sulekha. Hello, sir.
Hello, and it's just happened. I called Srinjoy here for discussing something else, and he took out his camera and said that I want an interview.
Yes.
So I'm not at all prepared. I don't know what to tell.
No. But here we are as we are sitting. What we have in front with us is history. Sulekha Works Limited, a company which has got its history in the pages of the independence movement of India, right? And
Yes. Actually, this is the 90th year. It was started in 1934, and it was very interesting in a sense how it started. At that time, that the movement for boycotting foreign goods was going on, and Gandhiji was very upset about the fact that he was writing so many petitions to the British and those who were in power, but he was using British ink,
right,
imported inks. So he wanted someone in India to start making good quality inks, which will be at par with the foreign brands, and he wanted to use those inks in his all his writings.
right,
That's how it started. Actually, it started in 1932. The experiment started in 1932. It took almost 2 years to finally came to a develop a formulation, which was not only the best in India. At the time, there were manufacturers in India, but their quality was not that good. But this ink, when it was launched in 1934, it was found to be not only a very good quality of ink, but also an ink which is at par with the best in the world.
right.
And Gandhi was very happy with that, and that's how it started in 1934, and then it became a symbol of the Swadeshi movement. If you see the Swadeshi movement, there are many products that were developed at that time, and at that time, writing with a pen was very important. I mean, you had no other option. There was no ball pens or different stuff like what we use today. So pen and ink were very much essential. FN Guptu in Calcutta, they manufactured the first Swadeshi pen. If you say from the point of view of Swadeshi, the first Swadeshi pen was manufactured by FN Guptu. That too was in Calcutta.
Wow.
And then Sulekha. Sulekha actually was not in Calcutta. Sulekha started its operations at Rajshahi, which is now in Bangladesh,
Okay.
and then shifted to Calcutta in late 30s. From Rajshahi to Barakpur, from there uh, to MG Road, from there to Bibi Ganguly Street, from there to Kashban, finally to Jadavpur, where you have the Sulekha Mall right now.
Hmm.
So that's how it started. And yeah, you can say that this was the best ink and still the best ink in India. So no doubt about that.
And then what happened in between?
Oh, what happened in between is very interesting. And what happened in Bengal in 80s, from mid 80s to earlier mid 80s to early 90s.
Right,
Like here, as I was telling you, there were so many uh, factories out here. Like we had two factories of Dabur, one called Annapurna Glass, one called Krishna Glass, both making bottles glass items, particularly ink bottles. They are supplying bottles to Sulekha.
right.
Just adjacent to our factories, then Sulekha, then there was Bengal Lamp, then there was basic and synthetic chemicals, there's Usha. In a span of 1 or 2 years, due to a major, you can say, militant trade unionism, all factories were forced to shut down. And out of these, only Shulekha has revived, although in
Amazing.
a very small scale compared to what it was previously. And after a period of almost 20 years of closure. And that's how it started. I mean, restarted. and I am the third generation now. Fortunately or unfortunately, sitting here trying to again revive the fountain pen and ink, and people say, ask me why not,
Absolutely.
because this is the most sustainable writing instrument, if you can say. Uh, Unlike your use and throw pens, which you commonly use, or the gel pens or whatever, we are causing a lot of plastic pollution. If you just count the number of pens we just throw away after using,
Right.
it's uh, causing a huge amount of plastic pollution. And now there is a two-edged sword. One is the plastic pollution caused by the use and throw pens, and one is the electricity that is needed to manufacture these pens.
Right.
Because as you know, in plastic industry, electricity plays a very important role, and you have to melt the plastic, mold it, and in the
Hmm.
process. And most of our electricity energy comes from thermal base.
Right.
So again, we are polluting the environment.
Right.
So the fountain, what happens with the fountain pen is that passes from generation to generation. Maybe Srinjoy, if you look around the drawers of your house, you may find a pen which was used by your father or your grandfather.
Yes.
They have not thrown it out,
Hmm.
and you can still use that pen.
Right.
So that is a major thing. That's from the pollution point of view. We decided to tell young people why you should use fountain pen. And what we are seeing these days is that initially there was reluctance, a lot of reluctance. There's no response, but slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly, people are picking up. Young generation is picking up fountain pen, and that is a success. That is a success. Even if 0.01%, if we can turn around 0.01%, that's a success. Uh, in South India, this culture of using fountain pen is still there, and it's mandatory in schools in Tamil Nadu.
Is it something to do with the handwriting and
Of
how
course,
you write?
handwriting comes. Handwriting is another important aspect. I'll tell you a story. Uh, a lady called me from Bangalore. He told me that can you send me 200 pens and 200 bottles of ink. So initially, I thought that she must be having some shops or something like that. So I asked her, "Why do you want to? Do you have a shop?" She said, "No, no, no. I'm a teacher." I said, "What do you teach?" She said, "I teach maths." So I said, "You teach maths? Why do you need the ink and the pen?" She said, "For my students, I have to teach them handwriting first." I said, "Wow, I can't follow you." She said, I can't correct the papers. I can't distinguish between A, O, and zero. That's the problem I am facing. So
Right.
that's just an example. The handwriting, the better the handwriting, you ask any teacher, you get better grades. The poorer the handwriting, your teachers can't correct the paper, and your grades go down.
Right.
So handwriting is very important in one sense, and handwriting also reflects your personality, the mental state of frame, and things like that. And if you have a good handwriting, you feel proud. You like to show people that okay, this is my handwriting. This is how it is. So good handwriting is very important, and unless you write with a fountain pen, I'm telling you, you can't develop a very good handwriting. If you have a good handwriting, using fountain pen will make it even better
Right.
because you're controlling everything. And then another aspect which the doctor said there are two aspects. I have met many orthopedics who are using fountain pens who told me that they are receiving patients, young patients who are suffering from finger arthritis. Because when they're using a dot pen, they're putting a lot of pressure on the page. And you know, the nerve ends here and things
Hmm.
like that. So finger arthritis is being developed. And the other thing that uh, I don't know, I am whether it's right or wrong. I mean, they told me they were neurologists. They told me we need a coordination between our finger and our brain, eye and brain. And they insisted on using fountain pens. They were using fountain pens. I met a doctor who came here also. He said he is a neurosurgeon. His father is a neurosurgeon. His brother is a neurosurgeon, and his sister is a gynae. They were nursing home at Siliguri. So he came here to collect some paints and a lot of inks and things like that. And we were just chatting. I said, "Why are you using fountain pen?" He said, "I have to, because my hand, eye, and brain coordination is very important. And without this fountain pen, I am going to lose it.
Right.
Even if I don't have to write anything, I scribble with fountain pen because there's a feedback, a sensation comes back with fountain pen. So there are many positives. There are many, many, many positives of using fountain pen. Now people are sketching, doodling, journaling with fountain pens. This culture is coming back throughout in many places in America and Europe, particularly in Japan. You can see young ladies, young women using fountain pen and ink and doing a lot of things. There is a concept called inkunoma, which has been developed in Japan. They were drawing something, putting wasabi tapes, doodling, writing whatever they want,
Right.
and they said that we love doing this because with this pen, and they become. And the advantage of fountain pen is that you become uh, friendship develops with this pen, a bond develops with this pen. It's not just you can't just throw it out.
Right.
It's a thing which you take care, which you maintain. So develop using fountain pen also helps you developing these things, that taking care of an object, not to throw away any object. This is so important in life.
Right.
So this is if a young boy who uses fountain pen also learns, also develops this side of his personality, that where he knows that how to maintain a thing, how to love a thing, which is missing in these days. You can see our young generation become arrogant and they're always seeing all these things in your mobile phone. So if they can come out of the mobile phone for even half an hour or
Yeah.
15 minutes or 1 hour, that's fine. And now so many people, you must be knowing, I have shared with you, I've been doing workshops with fountain
Right.
paintings with fountain pens, and we did one seminar. We booked Ramakrishna Mission. We had a 3 day
Yes. Yes.
art
Yes. Yes.
exhibition there, followed by several in the Academy of Fine Arts and in many other places. And so many people, you can see these paintings here, all are done by fountain pen only. Some are sketching, some are using brushes, some are using a combination of both and doing these things. So this is a new thing that is coming up. It's not the way our grandfathers used fountain pen. We are using fountain pen a different kind of way, and it's writing a different kind of story altogether. So it's a beautiful. I mean, and you can see these days that as well as telling you that it is becoming a practice to give fountain pen, inks, and notebooks as corporate gifts.
Gifts. Yeah.
And we are also into that. We are doing a lot of corporate gift. I mean, we are developing a lot of gifts for different corporates as per the requirements, customized gifts. So these things is also very important. And this all this happened in last 3 4 years. Once we uh, started producing fountain penning again, the entire industry throughout India is now coming up.
Right.
In last 1 or 2 years, I think in last 2 years, within 2 years, around 50 companies who were making fountain pens earlier in central and western part of the country have reopened their shops.
Oh wow, that is great to know.
But unfortunately, in Bengal, nothing has happened. Nothing has happened in Bengal except only one.
So which effectively means as a movement, we should come out as a movement and ensure that our kids and us, we get back to fountain pens, because that is the only way what we can revive this industry. And as you clearly mentioned, that as a gifting opportunity, imagine you gift back childhood to people when you're gifting
Yeah,
this, right?
that's a very nice way to put it. And this is not only for reviving the industry. This is for the future of our children. This is for reducing plastic pollution. This is for reducing carbon footprint. This is for giving our child a better option to grow with. So That's and there are many other virtues. That's a very small discussion,
Very
but there are
much.
many very other virtues, and I hope a day will come very soon when again we will see fountain pens in the pockets of all the executives,
Yes,
not in the student.
that's the whole idea of fountain pen in every single pocket that you have. So can you just tell a little bit about when it comes to corporate gifting options? What are the kinds of things you have? You have
We have different kind of things. We have pen and inks, or notebooks, or a combination of those in boxes or jute botuas. We have notebooks. We develop customized notebooks for corporates with different themes. Their theme. We have a very good corporate communication team. They write down all these things, and they develop, like we did for Indian Oil, for example. Indian Oil Petronas. We did it for Petronas also. We did it for many other companies. Customized notebooks for them. That is for their own for gifting, mostly for gifting, or also for use of by their employees. Like in the Indian Oil book, we used an ad, and the chairman of Indian Oil told me that I never saw that ad. It was before my time. I mean, when I was born, probably
right.
the day Indian Oil was formed.
Amazing.
That ad
So
was
you
given.
take them back to the
Yeah.
memory lane.
So, and what we are doing, and with every ink, we have a story. It's not just a ink. It tells you a story. Like we have a Shadhin range of ink. It comes in four colors only: black, red, blue, and green. And we tell in Shadhin say why it's only four colors, because red represents global warming coming from carbon footprint, which is black. We need clean energy, that is blue, leading to sustainability, that is green. So these are the four colors of Shadhin range, and we are saying now it's a second freedom movement. We have achieved our political freedom, but we have to achieve the freedom from pollution. So
Right.
that's why it's called Shadhin. I don't have anything here right now, but I could have shown you. And the sketch of the cartoon was done using fountain pen.
Oh, gotcha.
So it was like that. Then we have the Samarpan series, which is dedicated to someone. Like we have dedicated Samarpan series to Mother Teresa, a blue-black shade, to Shukanto, a shade of braid, brown braid, and then there are many others also. There we have dedicated to Salam. It's to the Salam 21. It's the martyrs of mother language.
Right.
It is dedicated to them, and the names of all who died have been written on the both sides of the packet. So what we are doing, what we are trying to do with these inks is that we are not only uh, bringing out new shades, but every shade, every pack, every bottle tells you a story of your heritage, a story of your history, which you have forgotten. So we are also reminding people of that. Then you have the Swaraj range, Samarkand range. We have even a range called Abeg, which is a set of, in one pack there are two bottles. One is red and yellow, one is uh, green and maroon, and one is black and white.
Okay.
And it was launched interestingly by the secretaries of the three clubs. East Bengal Mahamandalam.
Oh,
The
amazing.
secretaries, three
Coming together.
secretaries coming together and launched it. So, so all these things are there, and we have tied up with the Jamini Rai family. So we have a Jamini Rai shades of ink which sells like amazing sells volume, and we are also getting a lot of inquiries and orders from outside India, and there are reviews. I don't know, I haven't sent, but our inks have been purchased from here and taken to America or Japan or UK, and there have been a lot of reviews of our ink and comparative reviews with the inks, other inks, famous inks, and they have all have said this is one of the best in the world.
So you are open to distributorship opportunities as well,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
Anywhere. So anyone willing to distribute Shulekha inks may also connect. I will drop sir's contact details on the description for sure. And so just to end with, you have a couple of other line of businesses.
Oh yeah.
I want you to just touch through them so that people know more about
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Pen and ink we are famous for,
Yeah.
and the other is the home care, home hygiene range we say, which is basically housekeeping chemicals, which we manufacture and we sell mostly in the bulk packets, like 5 liter packs. And then we have another range called another vertical, which is solar projects. We are into solar projects. Like I was telling Srinjoy that our electric bill is almost zero for last 7 years. Our electric bill of the factory is almost zero for last 7 years because the entire factory runs on solar power.
Amazing.
So you have the talk. We are saying we are talking about pollution
Sustainable, yeah.
and sustainability. We are doing that.
And so, what kind of solar projects do you undertake?
We generally take both commercial and residential projects. Like if you have factory or office, you want to have it solarized, you can do that. Uh, like one office, we have this mall in the Park Street, Quest Mall, just almost opposite the Quest Mall. There is a four-story building. There's a solar panels on the top. All those were done by us.
Right.
And in the residential, and we have done a lot more than solarized. We have solarized more than 100, I think 150 petrol pumps of Indian Oil.
Okay.
And then even in residence, so you have a home, you have a roof, you can always use solar power to reduce your energy cost and to contribute to green energy, reduce the carbon footprint.
Right.
So, so many people are now um, putting up solar panels in their homes.
Yeah, that's a very upcoming thing, and I think it is a very growing industry, isn't it?
It's a growing
Like, I
industry,
think
but it's a very,
more
very
getting.
competitive industry.
Acha.
Very competitive industry because like people are for a same project, people are offering. Someone is offering rupees 100, someone is offering rupees 80, someone is offering rupees 50 even.
Right.
But as a customer, most of the customer doesn't know the difference
What is
of
the output?
the quality, the production systems, that wires being used and things like that. So it's very difficult. But since we have done so many projects and so many things, we are getting quite a large number of inquiry, and we have done a lot. Even this year also, we have done many projects in solar.
Awesome, awesome. It's really great to know. I also got to know about the two other lines of business sitting here today. So I think this is something great that we got to know more about Mr. Moitro. And thank you so much, Mr. Moitro, for your time and for your time giving us into this interview.
You're most
And
welcome. But thanks, Srinjoy. I
no, no,
mean,
no, not a problem.
he's always so prepared. I didn't know that this is going to happen. That's what I told him in the beginning. He
No, no.
insisted that he must. Otherwise, he said, otherwise I will forget you.
Yeah. So I was actually driving somewhere else, and I got a call from him. Where are you? And by chance I was nearby, and I just dropped in, and I had the shooting equipment. So yeah, so shot it. So thank you so much, sir, and look forward to a long journey of Shulekha and pens, fountain pens to be specific. And of course, it is my number one gifting item to give a childhood memory back to my friends, and I'm sure you will also do the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You.